vikṣarō rōhitō mārgō hēturdāmōdaraḥ sahaḥ mahīdharō mahābhāgō vēgavānamitāśanaḥ.
vikṣarāh. Aksharaha we have seen. Kshara means that which perishes, which undergoes decay. In time and in space, everything decays. We know that. If the world of matter, everything decays. That which has been born grows and then slowly decay starts in and then finally it dies away. So kshara means decay. Akshara, that which never decays. Now decay again stands for change. That which was in a particular state earlier, now its state has changed. So when there is a change of state also, we say decay. So Bhagavan, when we say Aksharaha, it means he represents the state of changelessness. No decay, imperishable, immutable, no variation, no modification, no growth, no increase, no decrease, nothing happens. So that's the meaning of Akshara. Same here, vikṣara. When we add V also means the same thing, opposite of Kshara. So if Kshara means decaying, that which perishes, that which is variable, that which can be modified, that which belongs to the realm of change, vikṣara means the state of changelessness. There is no decay for him, undecaying, indestructible, imperishable is he, Brahman. In never ever changes is the meaning of vikṣara. Rōhitā. Rōhitā means fish. Here we are talking about the Matsya avatar. Lord has taken so many avatars. There are more than 20 avatars which have been narrated in the Bhagavad Puran itself. But 10 of them we take it to be very important. And we are very familiar with the 10 avatars. Dasha avatara we say. Of the Dasha avatara, the first one is Matsya avatar. So here Bhagavan we talked about so many of Bhagavan's avatar. Varaha is over, Vamana is over, Nrsimha avatara is over, Kurma avatara I think came earlier. So over here we are talking about the Matsya avatara over here. So in the Bhagavad Puran it comes. One yuga was almost getting over. So when at the end of a yuga what happened? Brahma goes off to sleep, we are told. 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita also talks about it. So yuga to yuga. Srishti is there, then pralaya, then maintenance is there, then pralaya comes. Then one more yuga starts. So Srishti was over and then it had been maintained and that yuga was slowly getting over. When the yuga gets slowly over, what happened? We are told Brahma goes off to sleep. It is his rest time. So after rest again he gets up and then again he starts creating. So there is again a new yuga arrives for us. So Brahma was almost sleeping. Drowsy has become. Why? Yuga is almost getting over. At that point of time, one Rakshasa came and he saw this Brahmaji is creating because of the knowledge he has. We can never create without knowledge. All our creativity is backed by knowledge only. I have the knowledge, therefore I am creating it. So he thought best thing is to take away the Vedas which are there in his hand, the 4 Vedas. How will he create? Then he can't create. So we are told when Brahma was almost drowsy, not yet slept, this Rakshasa came and snatched away the Vedas and went deep inside the ocean and then hid himself over there with the Vedas. Brahma did come to know that the Vedas are missing. So immediately he ran to Vishnu and he said, this is what has happened. Lord said, never mind, don't worry. Now you don't need, because pralaya is going to happen now. I am going to take charge of pralaya now. When you need it, you will get it back. So Brahma went back. So now the Vedas had to be reclaimed from the Rakshasa who is hiding deep inside the waters. Now when pralaya comes, the water, everything will get drowned. all species, everything will completely go into extinction. Therefore, there was a king. We are talking about Satya Yuga. In the Bhagavad, this story comes. So there was a king, his name was Satyavrata. So he had gone to the river over there and wanted to offer his prayers to Lord Sun. So he picked up waters in his hands. When he picked up the waters from his hand, in his hands, a small tiny fish was there in his hands. Water he picked up from the river, and along with the water a small fish came and landed in his palm. So immediately he saw the little fish. He has to put it back into the water, otherwise it will die. So he was about to put the fish back into the water. It spoke to him. And he said, no, don't put me back in them. I am going to grow. Put me into a bigger vessel. The fish was speaking. He was surprised. Anyway, he thought this is something divine, not out of the ordinary. So he carried the fish. He put it into his kamandalu. He had a kamandalu with him, water pot. So he put it over there. And when he reached the palace, he found that it had grown. Small little tiny fish which was sitting in the palm of his hand has grown and occupied the full kamandalu. And it's saying, take me out and put me into a larger vessel. Then he asked for a bigger vessel, put the fish into it. It grew and grew and grew and grew. In seconds it is growing. And it occupied the full vessel. So slowly, he kept bringing in bigger and bigger and bigger, asked for bigger and bigger vessel. And every time it was outgrowing it. Finally he said the best thing is to put it into a river. Even there. Then it said put back ocean. The best place for it is to put it into the ocean. So he was about to put it into the ocean. Then huge it has become already. A rare fish, we are told. Golden, shining, like swarnam it was shining. And it had a horn. Like the rhinoceros has a horn. This fish had a horn also in front. So it told the king, Pralaya is going to happen now. Everything is going to get drowned in it. Therefore, everything that you can find which is living, it can be plant kingdom, animal kingdom or human kingdom. Collect two, because two means he and she are needed. Collect two, a pair from each of these sub families. Put them in a huge boat. You also get into it. And when the waters come and completely cover up everything, I will make sure that this boat is afloat and nothing inside the boat will get destroyed. So the species of plants, animals, human beings, none of them will get destroyed. So that for the future it will help. So the king did this. So he collected everything that he could collect. Two of all, and put them all into a huge boat. He tied the end of the boat with one end of a big rope. One end of the rope was tied to the boat. The other end of the rope was made into a loop, and the loop was tossed around the horn of this fish. And then we are told pralayas happened. Everything was washed down, destroyed. But the boat remained safe. It was afloat. And what helped the boat to remain afloat? To remain floating, and so that nothing that is there inside gets destroyed? The fish helped. The king asked this fish, "Who are you? I know you are not an ordinary fish. You must be the Lord himself. Please reveal yourself to me." Then the Lord revealed himself to the king. It was Lord Vishnu. And at that point of time, because Bhagavan had taken on the Matsya Avatara, he had come there as a fish, huge fish, to keep this boat afloat. And then he went down deep into the waters where the Rakshasa was hiding with the Vedas, killed him, retrieved the Vedas and restored it back to Brahma. This is Matsya Avatara in short. Bhagavan is talking about that over here. Rōhitā means that Matsya Avatara is what is being indicated over here. Mārgā. Mārgā means path. When we say the Lord alone is my gati, When we say, gati has got two meanings, Sanskrit. Gati means goal. Gati means the path also. Both are indicated by the same word. So when we say God is knowledge, how to reach Him who is knowledge, sarva lakshana lakshanyaha, the path of knowledge. Walking the path of avidya, we are not talking ordinary ignorance. Ignorance of computers, ignorant of physics, maths, no. We are talking spiritual ignorance over here. By remaining in the dark, we can't see light. We can't enter into the realm of light. So walking the path of spiritual ignorance, we can't reach Lord who is knowledge. So Lord is the goal, knowledge is the goal. So Jnana Swarupa He is. He is an embodiment of personification of knowledge. To reach Him who is an embodiment of knowledge, what is the path that we have to take? We have to take the path of knowledge. To reach Him who is all love, the Krishna Avatara, Prema Swarupa is. All love is. Love with no conditions. Love with no strings attached. To reach that love, we can't reach Him by walking the path of hatred, which we are all doing. We say we are Krishna Bhaktas, hate for everybody, bitter competition. To reach Him who is all love, we have to walk the path of love. That's the meaning of mārgō over here. To reach Him who is Dharma, we say God is love, God is knowledge, God is Dharma, God is truth. To reach Him who is truth, goal, we have to walk the path of truth. By walking the path of hypocrisy, falsehood, we can't reach Him. They are totally opposite of each other. It will take us in a different direction altogether. We want to go east, we will be led to the west. To reach Him who is Dharma, Sanatana Dharma is one of His nama there. Sanatana used over there, Sanatana means ancient. Vriddhatma, earlier it came. Ancient means beyond the time, means permanent, eternal. Who is He? Dharma. What is Dharma here? Dharma has got different shades of meaning. We all say we are all Sanatanis, Sanatana Dharma. Dharma means the law of being. What is what is meant by law of being? Well, all the namas over here are indicating to us Him. So each and every word over here, nama, is Dharma only. It indicates Him to us. So Dharma is law of being, law of His being, absolute, Satchitanand. To reach Him who is Dharma, who is indicated as Sanatana Dharma or Dharma, we can't walk the path of adharma and reach Him. In that sense, path and goal are one and the same. It's simple. We want to go to Chennai, we have to take the train which will take us to Chennai. In fact, we say Chennai is standing on platform 2. Mysore is standing on platform 4. Mysore and Chennai are not standing, but the train which will take us to the destination. So we make use of that same word, path and the goal, we make it one and the same there. Both are not the same, but if we walk the path properly, right path properly, we will reach the goal. So Bhagavan is the goal and Bhagavan is the path also. Bhagavan Mārgā I am, he said. The sadhana that we do also is He. And whom will we reach? We will reach Him only. And finally the sadhaka also is He only. So the sadhya, sadhaka and the sadhana all are one. That's Advaita. So Mārgā, hetuhu, cause. When we went through the word Adideva, Vriddhatma, the cause for everything. We are all living in a cause-effect world. Cause is always first in time, effect will always be later on in time. The cause leads to an effect, always. So the effect can always question. And then we will know the cause. We are all the effect. Who is our cause? Our parents are our cause. If we consider them as an effect, who is their cause? Our grandparents, their parents were. So we can always trace back anything to its moola, to its roots, to its cause. So if we keep on doing it, children will ask, your father, grandfather, grandfather's father, great grandfather. Slowly then we say, look, God is the father of all. then the child will ask, who is the father of God? We won't have any answer over there. Why? Because he says, I am the cause. Bhagavan is the uncaused cause for everything. He doesn't have a cause. Because cause effect can play out only in the realm of time. Bhagavan is beyond space, he is beyond time. Our cause effect relationship, karya karana sambandha, is only in a space time world. Desha kala prapancha. Bhagavan is beyond both. Therefore, how to indicate him? He is indicated as the first cause, the fastest cause, or the uncaused cause for everything. He doesn't have any cause at all. We can't find a moola for him. He is the very moola, he is the very root, or he is the very karana for all of us. In that sense, he too is. He is the cause for everything. Beyond him, nothing exists. Other than him, nothing exists. Beyond him, nothing exists. hēturdāmōdaraḥ. There are again so many meanings to this. One of the meanings is, Dhamma means self-control. Shama, Dhamma we say. One is outer control, one is inner control. Shama is mind control, inner control. Dhamma is control of tempting sense objects reaching our mind through our sense organs, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. So Dhamma actually means self-control. So Dāmodaraḥ means one who can be reached by practicing self-control. That is also one of the meaning. And Bhagavan is Dāmodara, means he is one who is the self-control. We never see him going out of control. We never see him going out of balance. He always knows how to remain in his limit. He doesn't have any limits. I mean, the words used, that's all. He just knows exactly what to do. Nothing less, nothing more. So therefore he is Dāmodara. And there's also a very beautiful story of Krishna. He is so mischievous, naughty. Dāmodara actually is used for Krishna. So very naughty, running around everywhere, stealing butter, curds, milk, running behind the gopis, troubling them, breaking their milk pots. All of them come and complain to Yashoda. So she doesn't know what to do with this Krishna. She says, I will tie you up now. You just wait, Krishna. You are giving so much of trouble. I will make sure that you don't go out of the house. So I will tie you up. Simple, I will tie you up. So he's there. He doesn't run away at all. It's like, okay, if you want to tie me up, you can tie me. So she brings her rope. Small, he is 6-year-old, maybe 5-6-year-old. Small, he is not very, very fat and plumpy. So then she wants to tie him up to a mortar over there, grinding stone. So she tries to put the rope around him and the mortar. It's not sufficient. The length of the rope is not sufficient. We are told between the two ends of the rope, there was 2 finger space gap. She said, okay, maybe the mortar must be very big. So she brings another rope and ties it to the first rope, makes it long, and again tries to tie Krishna up to the mortar. 2 finger space gap is there. She goes around the whole house searching for all different types of ropes, whatever is there, ties them all up. And every time she tries to tie Krishna up to the mortar, 2 finger space gap is there. She is worried. He is not that fat at all. How is it that I am not able to tie him up? She can't tie him up. She said, I will tie you up. It's like a challenge. I will tie you up. You see, just wait and see. Finally, she is so exhausted, she gives up. Giving up is the surrender over there. Krishna, I've got so much of other work to do and you're not getting yourself tied up. Will you please get yourself tied up, please, please, please? When she says that, he knows how much of work she has run around everywhere, trying to find out bits and pieces of rope, tying them all up together and then tying him up. A lot of work she's already done over there. That was her sadhana. And she's exhausted, she's sweating, she's panting. And she says, please, will you allow yourself to be tied up? She has left it to him. Earlier she said, I will tie you up. The moment she left everything to him, absolute surrender, there is no I will tie you up. 2 finger space. 2 means Dvaita. I and you. I will tie you up. Just wait and see. When that has gone, and she says, please allow yourself to be tied up, immediately she's able to tie him up. Actually, it's not outside. The whole thing is a very beautiful dramatization of what should happen within us. We want to tie up the Lord in our own heart. We can't tie him up, ordering him, will you come and stay? I want to show everybody that I am a great devotee. Not possible. He has to allow himself to be tied up in our own heart. If we try to tie, first of all, he will not get tied, and if we try to, he will slip out. He knows how to go. Chikkavanivanilla, sikkade odi hoguvanu. That's all right. Don't underestimate him and think he's a small little kid. Where will he run? He can only put small steps. You can't catch him. The more you try to run behind him, the more further he will go away from you. So don't underestimate him, is what Dasaro says over there. So we can't tie him up. If we try to tie him up, he will go away. On the other hand, if our surrender is absolute, our devotion total, our faith intense, then he himself will voluntarily come and tie himself up in our own hearts. Bhaktadhina. And then when he ties himself in our own heart, he will never go away anywhere at all. He won't go anywhere. So that's the meaning of Dhamodaraḥ. The next one is sahaḥ. Sahaḥ means one who endures. One who endures means one who has got infinite patience. The Lord has got so much of patience with all of us because He understands our faults, He understands our shortcomings, He understands our weaknesses. He knows that even in spite of being told, we keep on making the same mistakes so many times. We say, I will not do this, but exactly we go and do that. So we have a list of do's, we have a list of and what not to do, but still we exactly do the opposite. Why? Because one thing is ignorance, temptations. So we mean to lead a disciplined life, we mean to lead a strict life, but then the temptations from outside are there. We compromise, very often we compromise. And then of course the spiritual path is very, very difficult for all of us. The mind wants something very, very easy, and therefore we compromise. The Lord knows. Ultimately all of us will reach up to Him. We will reach Him. Where else will we go? But then the Lord knows that instead of getting onto the national highway and taking the expressway, we have detoured. We've gone into the by lanes or the service roads, wherein the speed will always be less. Tyagaraja Swami has written a very beautiful kirtana. He says, Chakkani Raja Margamo. When there is a Raja Marga, grand, beautiful road over there, which will take us very quickly to our destination, but we get carried away, we get distracted, and then we take to the by lanes. We go to the into the service roads, and then very often we stop over there for whatever it is, shopping, etc. And then by the time we come back to the main road again, it takes time. So therefore it takes a long time for all of us. Lord understands us, and therefore He is very, very patient with all of us. That is why we say Karuna Sagara. He is an ocean of compassion, ocean of mercy, not little. Because if it was very little, we all would have got punished long back. So He knows, and He accommodates so beautifully. He said, never mind, never mind, never mind. And then finally He alone puts us onto the track, and then ultimately all of us are going to reach Him on. So in that sense, He's got infinite patience. All our masters, we describe them as Karuna Samudra. They are an ocean of compassion. How many ever times the teacher teaches us, whether it is the Upanishads or the Bhagavad Gita, the next time we are our mind is like a clean slate. We've forgotten everything. And again we get back to the same chapter and listen to the master and say, oh, it all looks new. So everything has just gone away. We never even listened. We probably heard something. So the teacher also has to have infinite patience with us. and slowly take us along the path. The Lord also has to have infinite patience with us, otherwise we will all be doomed. Nature also, Mother Nature, she is nothing but, all the glories of Mother Nature is nothing but the glories of the Lord. She also has got infinite patience. She forgives all the mistakes we have done. But then at some point of time, when the scales tilt, then punishment has to come to us. She gets up. So in that sense, sahaḥ, mahīdharō, we have already seen this, I think in Sloka 34 it had come. Mahīdharō, Mahi means Mother Earth. So mahīdharō means one who is the supporter of Mother Earth. One who is the consort of Mother Earth. Bhudevi is the Lord's consort. Extended, Mother Earth represents the entire realm of matter. Prakriti, she represents. So the Lord of Prakriti, the Lord of Maya, the Lord of the realm of change. She denotes for us the realm of change. He represents for us the changeless factor. So he is the Lord, the changeless, the one without a second factor, in whose presence all change takes place. In that sense, mahīdharō, mahābhāgō, it can be interpreted in two ways. Bhaga means portions. Portion means various parts. So various parts of the Lord itself. We see him in our own image. He's got a beautiful face and eyes are there, everything about him. His chest, his arms, his hands, the trunk, his feet. So just we invoke him in our own image. So mahābhāgō means one who is extremely beautiful. Which part of him is beautiful? Beautiful and perfect. Which part of him? Every part of him is perfect, tailor-made. And every part of him is very, very beautiful. That is the meaning of mahābhāgō. Not dismadhi, because he is Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. If in the world there is so much of beauty which we are seeing around us and about us, all of that beauty put together, and beyond that is the Lord, whom we call as Sundareshwara. So how much more beautiful he must be, how much more captivating he must be. Again there are songs, Lavanya Rama, Mohana Rama, for Rama and for Krishna. Akarshanat Krishna, we went through that earlier. One who just, a person freezes as it were when they see him and his captivating form, his charming face. So in that sense, in Valmiki Ramayana, in the Sundarkand, when Hanumanji meets Sita, Sita asks Hanumanji to describe to her the Lord's beauty. Physical beauty we are talking about. He is beautiful inside and outside. All the beautiful qualities are embedded in Rama. But then she asks Hanumanji to describe to her Rama's physical beauty. And we have a very beautiful Varnana over there, a description of Lord's physical beauty, Rama's physical beauty over there. It's so beautiful. Hanumanji describing Rama to Sita. From the tip of his hair, or from the tip of the head up to the tip of the toe, no part is left. How his ears are, how his hands are, how the fingers are, how the fingernails are, how his hair is. Everything has been described over there. We get a very beautiful description of the beauty of the Lord over there. It's not ordinary beauty at all. It's a beauty which is beyond time. Anybody else's beauty is conditioned by time. We know that. Here this is one which is ever beautiful. So in that sense, mahābhāgō, that's one meaning. Bhaga also means portion. So mahābhāgō means one who gets the greatest share. Greatest share in all yajnas. We already now know that yajna means an activity, karma. So all karma that we do, not only we do, anything, mineral kingdom has got its own share of whatever it is doing. Plant kingdom, animal kingdom, we of course the human kingdom, Mother Nature, the semi-divine beings, the celestial being, all of them are doing whatever they are doing. And in all of that, who gets the major share? Bhagavan gets the major share. In the sense, everybody is offering it to him only, even by default. Even if we do not say Krishnarpanamastu, actually it reaches him. Because the karma pala he only gives to us. So if the karma pala he gives to us, then the karma should have reached him. Because he is the one who has to assess how we have done the karma and accordingly dispense of the fruits of our action. So everything ultimately reaches him, whether we knowingly offer it to him or even unknowing, even if we don't offer it to him, it just goes to him. Everything ultimately reaches him. So therefore, what is his share? His share is large. A very nice saying over there. Sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam pratigacchati. So Sarvadeva namaskaram, to whomever we offer our prayers, to whomever we invoke, to whomever we offer our prostrations, whichever God, whichever deity it may be, ultimately it reaches Keshava. Again, we should not become narrow-minded and say, oh, everything reaches only Vishnu, it doesn't reach Shiva. We are not talking like that. Ultimately, it reaches the Supremost. So, in that sense, mahābhāgā, everything ultimately reaches him. So, whether we offer it knowingly or we just leave it and then say it's all mine, it's mine, mine comes in there, still everything reaches him. In that sense, mahābhāgā. Or also he is the one who resides in all the devatas. So whatever puja we do to whichever deity, whatever homa we are performing, whichever God we are invoking by means of the oblations, the purnahuti, ultimately it reaches the Supremost. It reaches Parabrahma. And from there, the karma pala is dispensed of. That's the meaning of mahābhāgā. Vegavan. Vega means speed. Vegavan, he is the one who is the swiftest. In our objective sciences, in physics, we are told that the speed of light is the maximum. Nothing that we know of small or big macro particle or micro particle, when it is moving, can cross the speed of light. That is the maximum. Beyond speed of light, we have known no particle which can cross the velocity of light or the speed of light. But mind's velocity is faster than speed of light. Only thing is, mind doesn't come as as a content in our objective sciences, in our physics. So we don't deal with the mind over there. But mind's vega, mind velocity, mano vega, is faster than the speed of light. Bhagavan's speed is faster than mano vega. Even before our mind can reach from here, let us say, to a person who is in the stake, how long does it take? It happens in a fraction of a second. Physically, we can't reach that person. It takes time. We have to sit in an aircraft and then go 24 hours. But sitting over here, we can send our mind to whomever we want in the state, in the far west or in the far east. And if we can connect with that person, one-to-one, tune in, they will get the message. Which means the mind has traveled very, very fast. It can travel, like I said, faster than light. Bhagavan's speed is even more faster. Because if our mind has to reach that person, our consciousness should already be over there. It just indicates that the Lord is all-pervading, that's all. So He is already there. Even before our mind can reach, He is there. Where is consciousness? Not there. Where is the Lord? Not there. He is already there. He is here, He is there. Yelli nodidaru alli Rama. Alli Sri Rama. Dasaru writes over. So when He is already there, how fast what is the velocity with which He went? Actually, it is zero velocity. Because He is already there. Everywhere He is there. So in that sense, Vegavan, He is faster than even the speed of mind. Why? He is all-pervading. He is there. Even before our mind can reach, even before our thoughts can reach, He is already there. So how long does it take for our prayers to reach Him? It is instantaneous. Therefore, in that sense, Vegavan, Amitāśanaḥ means one who has got endless appetite. Here we are talking about the Lord as the one who is in charge of dissolution. Srishti is happening on one side, creation is happening. Then in between there is paripalana, maintenance, nurturing, nourishing is there. And finally we know all that which is born or created has to dissolve away one day. So everything, every being, all the worlds were created, all the worlds were maintained, looked after, and finally all the worlds have to get dissolved away one day. We don't use the word destruction. Dissolve away. Laya is the word. Pralaya. Total dissolution. And that destruction is not a destructive destruction, but it is a constructive destruction. A destruction that is happening for the good. What good will happen? In the future it will come. We do not know. So Bhagavan is in charge of that also. Everything is entering into him. He is dissolving away everything. So he must be having a huge appetite, in the sense. Appetite doesn't mean stomach, related to the stomach. He consumes everything. Fire consumes everything. Whatever it comes in contact with, it consumes. And therefore we say fire has got an endless appetite. It will never say I am full. I don't want this. Anything that comes in contact with fire, it just eats it up, burns it up. So instead of saying burns it up, it's a different, nice way of saying it eats it up. So how much must be his appetite? Enormous appetite. How much ever he has had his full fill, still he is ready to take in more. In that sense, Amitāśanaḥ. Very beautifully in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, vikṣarō Darshana, we have Arjuna narrating over there. As the Lord is showing him his vikṣarō Darshana, it's continuous present tense. Arjuna is narrating for all of us what exactly he is seeing or he is experiencing in front of him or within him, because he has been given divine eyes. So he says, I see everything entering into the Lord's mouth, the cosmic person over there. So the Lord's mouth is open, and instead of a tongue coming out, he sees fire over there. It's descriptive. We must go beyond the word meaning and try to understand what is it that is being suggested over there. Fire consumes everything. So fire, instead of seeing a tongue over there in the Lord's mouth, he is seeing fire, which means Lord is consuming everything. And he sees over there everything rushing into the Lord's mouth. It's not that the Lord is picking up things, picking up people from this army and that army and putting them into his mouth. He sees everybody moving into the Lord's mouth and not walking slowly, they're all rushing. He says over there, they're all rushing into the Lord's mouth, because Bhagavan's time into sense of time and our measurement of time are completely different. What is 1 hour for us is maybe 1 second for him. So for us it is slow motion, for him it is fast motion. So therefore Arjuna is seeing everything moving very, very, very fast. It's like they're all in a race. I first or you first, and they're moving into his mouth. And Lord has got endless appetite. Everything he is consuming over there. And therefore Arjuna asks the Lord, he says, who are you who has come in this terrible form in front of me? What is the purpose with which you have come? Then Bhagavan says, I am Kala. I am the all-consuming time. And right now I have come to consume. Dissolve, to destroy. To destroy what? Destroy adharma actually. All the people who are embodiments of adharma over there. So infinite appetite. Even in the Kathopanishad, very beautifully, there is a verse which says, all of that has been created, we are told so many worlds have been created by the Lord. Huge it is. So all the worlds put together with everything and every being over there, all of that for the Lord is one morsel of food. Can we even imagine? One morsel of food will never ever satisfy our hunger, we know it. One morsel of food means whatever we can take in our pan and close it. One morsel. In the Kathopanishad it comes. The Lord says over there, all of that which has been created is one morsel for the Lord. And who is the one who actually consumes everybody? Mrityu, Lord Yama. Because in Kathopanishad, it's a dialogue between a guru and a shishya. Who is the guru over there? Yamadharmaraya, the presiding deity of death. And who is the shishya over there? Nachiketas. So since Yamadharmaraya comes over there, Bhagavan says, if all the universes are a morsel of food for me, this Yamadharmaraya, who is the presiding deity of death, who represents the principle of change, he himself, he is the one who is responsible for the death everywhere. That Yamadharmaraya himself is like an appetizer for me. Starter for me. Starters and appetizers, we don't consume more. The main course always comes later on. So beautiful over here to bring in these concepts. So Bhagavan, what must be his appetite? Endless appetite. There's a beautiful story which comes in Mahabharata also. Again in the 11th chapter of Gita, Bhagavan says, I have got many faces, I have got many eyes, I have got many shoulders, so many hands, I have so many legs, I have so many udaras, he said. I am the one who has got numerous stomachs. It's not that he has got so many stomachs in that sense. We shouldn't go into the word meaning over there. So many stomachs mean whatever is the function of the stomach is rendered possible only by the Lord. That's what it means over there. So many stomachs means all of us have a stomach and all our stomachs have got appetite. So when Bhagavan identifies himself with all stomachs, even at home we say, I have so many mouths to feed. I have so many stomachs to feed. It doesn't mean we have so many mouths or we have so many stomachs. It means the number of people in the house, in our home, who are dependent on us. So by we working and then earning, then they are taken care of. Their food is taken care of. So this many mouths to feed, this many stomachs to feed. We identify with, if there are 10 people at home, we are identifying ourselves with 10 mouths. We are identifying ourselves with 10 stomachs. That's what it means. So if one of them goes hungry also, it's like me, a part of me going hungry. So we may have to make sure, the person has to make sure that all of them are well fed. So all their appetites is my appetite, a person can tell us. In the sense, they are all dependent on me for their food. All of us are dependent on Bhagavan. So all our appetites are his appetite. If he is satisfied, all of us are satisfied. And he makes sure that all of us are satisfied according to what we desire, according to our samskaras, prarabdha. But the Lord makes sure. If food is there in our destiny, it has to come to us. Even if the kitchen is empty, it has to come to us. He makes sure. But if food is not there in our prarabdha for that day, hunger, no food is the food for us. And he makes sure we get it. So in that sense also, all our appetites are his, means endless appetite he must be having. Because each one of us, her appetite, plus his appetite, plus his appetite, plus her appetite, plus the animal's appetite, plus the plant's appetite, all of them put together is his appetite. What an enormous amount of work he must be doing over. So if he is satisfied, everybody is satisfied. There's a beautiful story in Mahabharata, I did mention earlier. When the Pandavas went into exile, when they were in the forest, Akshaya Patra was given to the Pandavas by Lord's son. Akshaya Patra, a vessel which never ever will go empty. Akshaya, full always. But the condition was, it is with the homemaker, it is with Draupadi over there. So as long as she does not finish her meals, it will give any amount of food. So if there are guests who have come, if there are rishis, saints who are visiting the Pandavas, no problem, all of them can be taken care of. Food for all of them can be taken care of. It will yield whatever is wanted, whatever is required. But the condition was, the moment Draupadi finishes her meal for that day, after that it will not yield any more food up till the next day. That was how it was. Duryodhana came to know of that, and then he wanted somehow or the other to pull down the Pandavas, and therefore when Durvasa Muni came to him and he looked after him very beautifully, Durvasa Muni was so happy. He said, what do you want? From my side, what do you want? I'm very happy with you. I want to give you something from my side. What do you want? Duryodhana said, I don't want anything, sir. All that I want you to do is, just as you have graced our palace in Hastinapur and blessed us all, I would like you to go to the forest and grace the Pandavas and bless them. He was very cunning. He was not, he is an hypocrite over there. He was not honest at all. Durvasa Muni said yes, because he had promised, whatever you want, I will give to you. So Durvasa Muni, and he made sure, Duryodhana made sure that Durvasa, along with his entire group of disciples, 100 or 100 plus, all of them went to and reached the humble dwelling of the Pandavas after Draupadi had had her meal for that day. He made sure. So Durvasa went with his disciples. Yudhishthira welcomed them all, and they said, you will have your meal over here? Yes. So they all said, we will go to the river and take a bath and come back, finish our prayers, etc. And by then Yudhishthira told them, the food will be ready. So he went to Draupadi and told her that Durvasa has come, and he is very angry, known for his anger. So anything, he will immediately curse the person. That's exactly what Duryodhana wanted. That Durvasa Muni gets very angry and curses the Pandavas. So Yudhishthira went and asked Draupadi, and she said, I have finished my meal for the day. So today not a grain more will be there in the which will get manifested in the Akshaya Patra. Only next day. They didn't know what to do. Durvasa and his disciples have come very, very hungry. Yudhishthira knows what will happen, Draupadi knows what will happen, but she knows that Krishna is there for them. So therefore she invoked him, and he came. And he also, the moment he came, he never asked her, what is your trouble? Why did you call me? He said, I have come here, I am very, very hungry, give me food. She said, Krishna, you are mocking me. You know why I have called you. Still you want me to say, and then look at what you are doing. You are not at all listening to me. On the other hand, you are wanting food. He said, all that I don't want. I don't want a word from you. I will listen to you only after you have given me food. Then she told him that she had finished food for the day, and it will not give. The Akshaya Patra will not anymore cater to anybody's hunger up till the next morning. But he said, I don't believe you, bring the Patra, Akshaya Patra, which she had cleaned up and kept it over there. When she brought it, he looked at it and he found one small little food particle sticking to the vessel. Insignificant small little particle was sticking to it, to the the vessel, inside of the vessel. He said, see, you said nothing is there, but something is there. And he took that small little bit of particle, food particle, so insignificant. Maybe we are told, sometimes they say it is a rice particle, sometimes they say it's small little bit of greens. And he put it into his mouth, and he was so satisfied. He said, I am very much satisfied. It is like he has had a solid meal. He said, I am completely satisfied with that. Go now and call Durvasa and his disciple. They didn't know what was happening. Yudhishthira did not know, Draupadi did not know. Anyway, the faith that they have in the Lord. So when Yudhishthira went to bring Durvasa and his disciples to the dwelling, he found all of them suddenly were filled stomach, as though they had just had a full meal. A little more, nothing will go into them. It was like sheer magic. One moment they were hungry, and the next moment they are full. Then Durvasa came to know, of course, because he is a great rishi. He saw through what all had happened, and then he asked the Lord's forgiveness for trying to test the Pandavas. So endless appetite. When the Lord just took that small little particle, food particle that was left over in the vessel and put it in his mouth, all appetite, all the on the other side, Durvasa and his disciple, all their appetites were, their hunger was satisfied, which means all their appetites are his. This is a small little story that indicates to us vastness that the Nama of the Lord is trying to indicate to us. So, Amitāśanaḥ.